A very good morning, dear students. So, today in this video, we are going to study another new topic, that is pollution. I think you already heard about pollution, you know pollution from a basic, right? Today, we are going to again discuss about pollution and what are the pollutants, types of pollutions, causes, effects, right? So, first, what is pollution? Pollution is an undesirable change in the physical, chemical, or biological characteristics of air, water, and soil that may harmful affect the life or create potential health hazard of any living organisms. Pollution is thus direct or a indirect change in any component of the biosphere here that is harmful to the living components and in particular undesirable for man, affecting adversely the industrial progress, cultural and natural assist or general environment of living society. So pollution nothing but it is an undesirable change in physical or chemical or biological characters. So next, what are pollutants? Any substance which cause pollution is called pollutant. A pollutant may thus include any chemical or geochemical like a dust, sediment or grit, etc. substance, biotic component or its product or physical factor that is released initially by man into the environment in such a concentration that may have adverse, harmful, or unpleasant effects. A pollutant has also been defined as any solid, liquid, or gaseous substance present in such concentration as may be tend to be injurious to the environment. Pollutants are the residues of things we use and throw away. There are many sources of such pollutants. The lakes and rivers are pollutants. The lakes and rivers are polluted by water from chemical and other factories and the air by gases of automobiles exhausts, industries, thermal power plants, etc. So next, types of pollution. So there are some types of pollution in that, mainly water pollution, and it is important. So water pollution can be defined as contamination of water bodies. Water pollution is caused when water bodies such as rivers, lakes, oceans, groundwater and aquifers get contaminated with industrial and agricultural effluents. When water gets polluted, it adversely affect all life forms that directly or indirectly depend on the source. So water pollution causes, how water pollution cause? Unsurprisingly, human activity is primarily responsible for water pollution. Even if natural phenomena such as landslides and floods can also contribute to a regrade the water quality. Sewage and wastewater. The first cause of water is a sewage and wastewater. Inadequate sewage collection and treatment are source of water pollution. According to the United Nations, more than 80% of the worldwide wastewater goes back in the environment without being treated or reused. Right. So next, urbanization and deforestation. Even though it does not have a direct impact on water quality, urbanization and deforestation have a lot of indirect effects. For instance, cutting down trees and concreting over large areas generate an acceleration of flows which does not give enough time for water to infiltrate and be purified by other ground. Next, agriculture. This may also pollute water. Agricultural has an impact on water pollution due to the use of chemicals such as fertilizer, pesticides, fungicides, herbicides, or insecticides running off in the water as well as livestock excrement, manure, and methane. That's a greenhouse effect. Regarding aquaculture, pollution is directly in the water as excess food and fertilizers can cause dystrophication. Industries, it's also very important in the pollution. Industries produce a lot of waste containing toxic chemicals and pollutants. A huge amount of the industrial waste is drained in the fresh water, which then flow into canals, rivers, and eventually in the sea. Another source of water pollution is the burning of fossil fuels, causing air pollution like acid rain, which then flows to streams, lake, and other stretches of water. Marine dumping. Everyday garbage such as plastic, paper, aluminium, food, glass, or rubber are deposited into the sea. These items take weeks to hundreds of years to decompose, and thus they are the major cause for water pollution. Radioactive waste generated among another by power plants and uranium mining. Radioactive waste can linger in the environment for thousands of years. When these substances are released accidentally or disposed improperly, then return groundwater, surface water, as well as marine resources. So these are the some causes of water pollution. Next comes effect of water pollution. Deteriorating water quality is damaging the environment, health conditions, and the global economy. The president of the World Bank, David Malpass, warns of the economic impact. Deteriorating water quality is stalling economic growth and exhibiting property priority in many countries. The explanation is that when biological oxygen demand, that's a BOD, the indicator that measures the organic pollution found in water, exceeds a certain threshold, the growth in the gross domestic product GDP of the regions within the associated water basins falls by a third. In addition, there are some of the other consequences. So, in that effect, destruction of biodiversity, water pollution depletes aquatic ecosystem and triggers un- unbridled proliferation of phytoplankton in lakes, eutrophication, contamination of the food chain, fishing in polluted water, and the use of wastewater for livestock farming and agriculture can introduce toxins into foods which are harmful to our health when eaten. Lack of potable water. The UN says that billions of people around the world have no access to clean water to drinking or sanitation, particularly in rural areas. Diseases. The World Health Organization estimates that about 2 billion people have no option but to drink water contaminated by excrement, exposing them to diseases such as cholera, hepatitis A, and dysentery. Infant mortality. According to the UN, diarrheal disease linked to lack of hygiene cause the death of about 1,000 children a day. Yeah, now worldwide it is. So these are some effects of water pollution. Next comes prevention of water pollution or a control measures of the water pollution. Now, how we have to control water pollution? Half of the world's inhabitants will live in water scarce areas by 2025. So, every drop of polluted water today is an irreparable loss for a tomorrow. That's why we must prevent water pollution with measures, right? Reduce CO2 emissions to prevent global warming and acidification of the oceans. Reduce the use of chemical pesticides and nutrients to the crops. Reduce and safely treat wastewater so that as well as not polluting, it can be reused for irrigation and energy production. Restrict the use of single use plastics that end up floating in rivers, lakes, and oceans, many as microplastics. Encourage sustainable fishing to ensure the survival of species and avoid depletion of the seas. So these are the some prevention of the water pollution, and each and every single drop of water is also important and it not to be wasted, right? We have to preserve water for a tomorrow or in the next generation, right? So this is nothing but a water pollution and causes of water pollution, effects of water pollution, and prevention of water pollution. Thank you.